There's an elephant in the room at Wrexham, and this week we're going to highlight that elephant. I tell you what, we really will. You'll find out who and what the elephant is as we go through this. But I tell you what, first of all, welcome back in, my friend. I hope you're having a great week. Hope you're getting ready for another big game. And Orient fans, there's loads for Orient fans from now right till the end. Videos, highlights, facts, the works. There's lots for you to engage with. So stick around till the end and enjoy it. And by the way, if you're here for the first time, guys, like and subscribe, join the family, or as we say here, pay for your tickets. And as we say, welcome in senior crowd, because this channel, on average, you're 35 to 75 if you're viewing here. And yes, we've got some hardcore young crew as well. Big up to you too. So buckle up, get ready. It's loaded. I'm not going to waste my mouth. We're going to go straight to the menu, have a butcher's at the menu, have a read. And when you're done with that, yes, then we're going to get right into this. And remember, it's right down the middle from me. I might be favouring one of these teams, but it's right down the middle. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. Read that menu. So click back on that menu, if you will. And I'm talking about Jack MARRIOT and Paul MULLIN being the elephant in the room that no one really wanted to talk about, but I'm pushing it, and I know people are going to push it right now. And I've been talking about Paul not being ready. Well, this is what happens when you're not ready. Things go to the next level. So get ready for that. It's coming up soon on this, the Paul MULLIN and the Jack MARRIOT saga. I tell you what, let's take a look at that crystal ball, because we're going to. And I tell you what, I've got lots to tell you. So keep it here. Loads going through. First thing I want to do, though, before we get too fast, Orient FC. Now, Wrexham fans or anybody else in the world, big up to you worldwide Wrexham fans, big up to you Orient fans worldwide, big up to everybody. Get engaged. Remember, pay for your ticket, join the family. Here's the deal. The Orient crest, the badge on their breast. Yes, the fine badge on their breast. The deal is this. You'd look at that, yeah, over my ear, look over my ear, yeah? You'd look at that and think, man, is that a dragon? Is that a dragon? And if you look through history, you might have been right throughout history with Orient, but not now. Not now. No, senor. No, senor. Not today. No, hoy. But here's the deal. Have a listen to this little wee story, and it'll tell you exactly what it is. Within video. So, my friend, you know I give you a lot of good information with the stats and the stories, and here's another little story that comes from the crest or the badge from Leyton Orient FC. Taking a look at the badge straight to the left there. You'd think that was a couple of dragons, would you not? Well, keep reading, because that's not exactly the case, is it now? Keep reading throughout and you'll realise that you're looking at two wyverns on the badge at Leyton Orient, and that is what they are. They are wyverns. So there you go. It's wyverns versus red dragons. Now, you know, just thought that was important to throw by you, because maybe some people look at the crest or the badge and go, yeah, I wonder. Well, now you don't need to wonder. Now you know. Take a look at the last game Wrexham played against Crawley at the Racecourse Ground. And yeah, it was a good 2-1 win, but slightly fortunate, wouldn't you say? Enjoy the highlights. Hey, Orient fans, this is what they can do. And I know you can too. Enjoy. Back in a second. Yes, let's catch up with the highlights from Wrexham taking on Crawley from the weekend. And I tell you, corner comes in. Walcott gets a hand to it. Maxi Cluth gets a great assist here. And Elliot Lee bangs it in 1-0. Great start for Wrexham. Crawley wouldn't lie down. Katima answers on 54. We said he would score. He did. In it goes. 1 apiece after 54. And then right at the death, Wrexham don't give up. Ball comes in. Who's on the end of it? Maxi Cluth. 2-1. Yes, Maxi, jump for joy, son. Jump for joy. There's one name firmly in the crystal ball, and that is Phil Parkinson. No, not Mullin, not MARRIOT, but Phil Parkinson. And you'll know why once I tell you what the crystal ball has said. And it's this. Paul Mullin's comeback hasn't gone to plan. Last year was very slow. Do you remember that? Or have you forgotten that? Remember last year? A slow comeback this year. The surgery recently, he's come back slow. We know who Paul MULLIN is. We know he can bang him in when he's fresh and fit and good. But he hasn't been fresh, fit and good yet. 17 minutes he started off with Reading, yeah? Then Peterborough and Shrewsbury were two games with 20 minutes apiece there too, slowly bringing up the time. Then 29 minutes at Birmingham, slowly bringing it up. And then the last game at Crawley, 70 minutes comes off. Not too happy, but along the way, it's been a bit of a battle for Paul. Grimacing in pain at times, not hitting the target, and when he's getting there or thereabouts, it's not there or thereabouts with the finish. It's very unlike Paul than what we're seeing right now, and I think, quite frankly, the crystal ball is saying one thing. The in-form striker 7-4, 7 games, 4 goals, Jack Marriott, is the guy to go with. And as I said from the start, the crystal ball said one thing. There's one name in the frame, Phil Parkinson. You got to make a decision, and it's to go with Marriott. And that's what it says. So there you go. Make a decision, Phil, for the betterment of the team. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But it is a topic right now, and it's a hot one. Let's take a look at the stats and stories head to head. Come on, let's have a look. Now, looking at the head-to-head stats, and if you're here for the first time, please press pause on each image and give yourself a little longer on each image so you can actually get to have more time to understand what's going through. But this one is coming off down at Brisbane Road. And for Wrexham fans, it's game number 8. And in front of you, you got the form books of both teams. Leyton Orient in 16th, Wrexham AFC in 1st. Home, away, total scores. And obviously your last game, I watched Peterborough midweek. Tough game. Tough game. That took a lot out of Orient. Will it factor in this game? And obviously next up is Exeter City. For Wrexham, Crawley last time out, 2-1 win. MACCAFREY gets the winner. And after this one, it's Stevenage away. There's the scores on the doors for Wrexham in 1st. And there's the scores on the doors for Orient in 16th. Now, each week I bring you the head-to-head and I tease you for a couple of seconds on who's bossing, who's winning, who is in charge of this head-to-head. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. It's 11, 10, 11. I wonder which way this is going. You'll know soon what I'm thinking. But will it finish 11, 11, 11 or 12, 10, 11 or 11, 10, 12? Hey, you never know. Head-to-head. First ever meeting? Yeah, 1951. Last meeting, 2006. Yes. And not forgetting, we got to say, Jack Marriott wins goal of the month. Back on screen. Each week I say great stat. Each week I say great stats tell a story. Well, here's a great story about what a guy leading the line can do for your team. We're talking about hard-working Ollie Palmer. Take a look. Now we're going to highlight Ollie Palmer, who leads the line so well for Wrexham. Take a look. The ball comes across. MACCAFREY threads the ball through. Ollie runs on. Josh Flint runs with him. They battle. And Ollie wins the corner. Great corner. Leading the line very well. Very unselfish, Ollie Palmer. Getting ready for the ball. Ian flies it in. Walcott gets a hand to it. Max now gets a great assist. And Elliot Lee fires it in the back of the net. This doesn't happen unless Ollie Palmer wins the corner. Take a look. Great assist by Max. Elliot puts it in the back of the net. Yes, Ollie Palmer, he may not get the numbers, he may not get the goals or the assists, but without that work rate, there's no goal. Those are the things that you miss, yeah? Even, I believe that the second assist should be in the game straight away as well. Take a look now, stats and stories one more time here. This is the Wrexham stats. You'll be back in a flash. Big up to our recent new members. And don't forget, senior crowd, we're going into the player stats right now. Hot shots, take a look, press pause, hold it. Assist Kings, press pause, hold it. Clean sheets. Now we've got to stop for Arthur. We've got to say something here. Last goal was against Crawley Town in the 54th minute, which means Arthur is unbeaten in 36 minutes and looking for more minutes as well. There's the yellow cards. Yes, the list is building and no red cards so far. Remember, please like and subscribe. Cheers, guys. Okay, now we've got highlights from 2 games ago. It's Stockport taking on Orient. Orient fans, enjoy. Wrexham fans, hey, watch what they can do. Ethan Galbraith gets a couple of goals to start off with. Here he is, wide open, just enough time. Boom, in it goes. 1-0. Second goal, bit of a scramble in front of goal. He gets the rebound. Keep watching. Here comes the rebound. Boom, Ethan, 2-0. Jack Diamond would answer up for Stockport to make it 2-1. Watch now. Here he goes. But straight away, Danny Aguirre says, I'm having none of that. spins, turns, slides it in the right side, 3-1. And to make it even worse, Sean Clare makes it 4-1 down low. Take a look. Yeah, Wrexham fans, beating up on Stockport County like that is not easy to do. And it's not the norm, right? But it was there. So be warned, it could happen again. If they hit form, boom, it can happen. It really can. Now take a look at the stats and stories, league and game stats. Please remember, if you're here for the first time, press pause on any image and you'll have longer with it and you'll enjoy it a heck of a lot more. Let's take a look at the league standing as she is right now. There's the league ladder as it is right now, live. Got to say, this at the moment is the game between Wrexham and Leyton Orient, as you know. However, let's take a look at the top six. Wrexham, Birmingham, Barnsley, Charlton, Huddersfield and Lincoln. Huddersfield, point to note, everybody. Last two games, they should have won those two games. Had they have done that, they'd be on 18 points, 2 points clear of everybody. They didn't answer the call. That's a telling sign when the pressure's on. They didn't answer the call. Down at the bottom, Burton Albion, Cambridge United still have not won all season, and Birmingham City, the only team now in League One, undefeated. As you know, this is what we've got today. But next game up for Wrexham, it's Stevenage away. Looking at the top six, like we always do, there is the complement of all the games, but focusing on the top six, it could be an interesting end to this weekend. Now, there's also games coming up in Tuesday, yeah? Take a good look at that. But those are the games coming through, yeah? And as I told you, Wrexham's on the road at Stevenage next. Stats always tell a massive story. They always do. You know, I say that every week. But another story comes from the image of the week from this show. Image of the week was when Maxi Kluwer scored the goal. It's what's in behind the goal. I'm looking in behind the goal. Can you see who I'm looking at? Who was I looking at? I was looking at several people, but mostly in particular, the blonde lady up high in the crowd. Everybody had an open mouth of anticipation. What a great picture. Now it gives you another insight from midweek with Orient as they entertain Peterborough at Brisbane Road. I watched the game. This may well have taken some of the legs out of Orient come game day, maybe the last 20 minutes, but Peterborough had fairly good moments where they had domination, 64% on the game. Yeah, Orient only had 36%. That may not be the same this weekend, but here's the highlights from midweek of the highlights. Not wasting anybody's time. Check them out. Thomas James cuts down, cuts back inside. He's unwinding. Yes, he is. In it goes. Beautiful finish. Peterborough on the break now down the wing. Cuts in. Poku taps in. Great finish. What a lovely finish by Poku. Now, is this a penalty? You're the ref. Mothercell steps up now. And it's 2-1. Long throw comes in now. Remember the long throw. Bit of a scramble here. Better defending needed. But Charlie Kelman on it. Lashes it and gets a deflection. 2-2. Lovely goal. When you look at what's going on now at Wrexham, you're going to get a blast from the past of what was going on in and around the field, the racecourse ground. So you'll see differences in the stadia. But what a bad piece of luck. And this was Rob Leyton. Probably on his most unluckiest day. Keep watching. You will enjoy, I hope. Keep watching. This doesn't go the way you think it does. Ball comes back the other way. Orient making an attack. Goes over the top. Now, can we deal with it? Heads back to the keeper. Leyton heads it out. Oh, dear. Straight back in the net. Empty cop. Empty stadium. That's the only stand that's pretty full, but look at that going in. That was pretty sad on the day. I remember it well. Do you? Well, each week I give you a prediction image of what this noggin is thinking about the game, and it's all about form. It's all about injuries. It's all about your basically how your squad, your team, and everything is pretty much balanced. So, senior crowd. Let's get into the meat and veg. We're talking off the board like I got it ready for you each week. We're talking Orient first. And by the way, if you're here for the first time, you owe it to yourself to like and subscribe and join our family and be with us. And hey, each week you get another Wrexham show, free. And if you are an O's fan, just think of it this way. You're going to get 2 shows in the season, pre-games, that you are going to be part of. Now, for free, how bad can that be? Talking Orient right now, you know what they're doing on the board. 7 games so far, 2 wins, a draw, 4 losses, 9 goals for, 11 against, -2. It's not tragic. It's not tragic. And it's slowly getting better, yeah? I mean, let's face it, Richie Wellens, he's been there for a long time, yeah? Since 2022, March 9th. He's slowly getting them back to what they should be. A lot of changes in the squad, yeah? We'll get to that shortly, but he's got a fair record. I mean, 45% win record. You can't have 45% win record if you're a buff coach. So he's got the numbers. Let's talk about goal threats, Wrexham fans. Who do you think is going to be the goal threat for Orient? You got to think that recently, Ethan Galbraith, 6 games, 3 goals, 1 assist. He's doing well. Charlie Kelman, he impressed me. He's quick on his feet. Galbraith is too, but Kelman, he's pretty decent. 7 games, 3 goals. You've got Claire and Aguirre as well, both 6 games in, 1 goal and 1 assist apiece. So they've got guys up front that can get it done. And this is early in the season, and they have been. And let's face it, the last few games, Orient fans, you know I'm talking straight, the goals have been going in and will again. So is this going to be a rampant day at Brisbane Lane where they just hit form early and just blow Wrexham away? I mean, it could be. Remember, they just come off a 5-game stand away from home. So 5 games away from home, which is probably good for the coach. Not good for the wife and the wags, but good for the fellas, if you know what I'm saying. And the next 4 out of 5, Peterborough being the first one, the next 3 out of 4 are at Brisbane Road. So Orient's got some points coming to climb the ladder. Even better. They were 20th midweek. They went up to 16th. Now, talking about the squad change, yeah, I got the numbers here. 10 in, 9 out. 7 contracts ripped up. June 30th this year. So total 10 in, 17 out. Takes a little while for that to steady that ship, but I'm sure Richie's got it close to it because the way they played in midweek, it wasn't disastrous. Face it, Peterborough is a top team. So here's something, though, you might want to retain as we balance the teams. When it comes to kickoff, Wrexham have had 3 days more rest than Orient. It could be long legs in the last 20, and 1 mistake might be 1 goal. 1 goal too many. Keep that in your mind. Let's take a look at Wrexham. Okay, Wrexham fans, got it already on the board. Richie Wellens, 45%. Phil Parkinson, 62%. There's a bit of a difference there. And you can go all the way back with Phil Parkinson in coaching. And he's done mega. He recently got Coach of the Month, yeah? He's had 9 of them in his careers. Think about someone like Alex Ferguson. I think he's had something like 29, maybe, something like that. But yeah, Phil Parkinson, 9 coaching awards, Coach of the Month. So he knows what he's doing. Now, if you're an Orient fan, you'll need to know who the danger men coming your way are. You'll probably have a good idea. You'll probably go, oh, Jack Marriott straight away, because you're looking at the newspapers, right? And you'd be right. You'd be absolutely right. 7 games, 4 goals. Then it's Elliot Lee, very gifted midfielder, hard worker, but he's got a brain, great feet, and he doesn't stop moving. He always gives you effort. And got to say, 7 games, 3 goals, 1 assist. Defender who's doing as well because he's such a massive big man. Young man, 22-year-old, 6'3", Max Kluth. I tell you what, he's going to be somebody, and Wrexham needs to hold on to him. Bloody hell, do we ever need to hold on to him? 7 games in, 3 goals, 1 assist. And Ollie Palmer up front, we talked about Ollie. Ollie's Superman today. Well, Ollie is 7 games in, 2 goals, 1 assist. Those are the guys that should be factoring. There's other guys too. I mean, I could bleat about Ryan Barnett. If he hits form, bloody hell, man, it could be trouble. But you got to say, last 5, 3 home, 2 away. I'll give you the results here. 4 wins and 1 loss. Yeah, 12 points is what they've got in the last 15. That's pretty heavy, yeah? The only loss, Birmingham City. You've heard about Birmingham City. You know about Birmingham City too. But the games, it was a 3-1 loss, but the wins was 2-1 over Crawley, 3-0 over Shrewsbury, 2-0 over Peterborough United, and 3-0 over Reading. And each of those games, they were in commanding control. Even the win on the road at Peterborough United was commanding. So they've had a great start to League One. Orient now away, potential away loss. We've got to be realistic. It's a potential away loss. If Wrexham don't show up and Orient do, it's a home win. It is a home win. But are they tired from that 20 minutes coming towards the end of this game, dragging on them legs from that midweek game against Peterborough, which wasn't a gimme, and there was a lot of running and there was a lot of effort, and they ground out a draw, very good draw that they ground out too, because they didn't give up. But you got to say, is it going to be a game where the last 20 minutes is really where it's going to be? Now, as for Wrexham, a great week's training since a 2-1 win against Crawley. Phil's going to make that decision. It's either Jack or Paul. I'm saying he should be going with Jack purely on form. He has to. And there's a refreshed squad that's coming in there, so there's no excuses here for Wrexham. It should be a game on the road where a draw should be had. A draw on the road at Orient is not a bad result, but a draw should be had considering where they are, the form, and how rested they are, and what recently Orient just went through and what they're going through. I tell you, it's going to be an interesting game. Come the end of it, I'd say I'm looking, like I did with that prediction, that we're looking for a pretty close game where you say tie all over it. But Wrexham, in my mind, have got an away win chance here. And to stay top of the league, they better win. So remember, pay for your ticket and join the family, and you'll be here every pre-game. You know what? It'd be great to see you as well. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, highlights, profiles, stats and stories, and me, your Saki host as well. Get ready for another dose of Wrexham drama coming up this weekend, because I'm sure Brisbane Road is not going to be a flat pancake. I'm sure there's going to be something to talk about after that. And one of these two teams definitely has the chance of taking the 3 points. Will it be Orient that finds form yet again, undefeated in 3? Or will it be Wrexham that grabs another road win? Can they? Yeah, I think they can. Will they? Well, that's another question. Will Paul Mullin start? There's another question too. Will it be Jack? Will Phil make that decision and start MARRIOT? All this will be revealed just before the game. But I tell you what, it's going to be another great nail-biting game on the edge of your bloody seat. You wouldn't have it anyway. And wherever you are in the world, remember, if you're part of this family, I know who you are. Let's get ready for it. Let's really get ready for it. Orient, Wrexham, Brisbane Road. Let's have it. Cheers.